separate class. Fine, guys. Okay, so in this session, we'll discuss about the patching, SQL Server patching. What is meant by SQL Server patching? How to apply the patchings? Okay. What is an update? How many types of updates are there? How to download any update? Where to check the updates? Okay, so what kind of precautions you have to take while patching the SQL Server? What in case if your patching is failed? All these things will be discussed, okay, in this session, guys. So first we'll discuss, we have around 45 minutes session, right? 45 minutes left for this day. So we'll discuss about the patching precautions and all. In the evening session, I'll show you how to patch a SQL server. Okay, in the evening session, I'll show you how to patch a SQL server, guys. So patching means we all have we are all having an experience of patching, guys. Mostly we'll do regularly, we'll do in our smartphones. You will update your app, right? Sometimes you are going to update your app. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Done. So generally what we are going to do in your smartphones and all, sometimes when you open phone pay or gpay or whatsapp, it might ask you to update the application. So applying the updates is called patching. Patching means applying the updates. Applying the updates is called patching, guys. So I guess you all have an experience on this. When you're updating your application, you cannot use the application. True or false? When you're applying the updates on the application, imagine you're updating WhatsApp. You cannot use WhatsApp during the updates. Of course, in our case, updates will be very small and it will be completed less than a minute. But anyone observed when you are patching, when you're updating the application, so that application will be closed automatically in the back end. Anyone observed this one, guys? Anyone observed?
అడుగు అడుగు కొద్దిగా అడుగు
I didn't get the answer. I didn't get the answer. Instead of that, I'm getting some other noise and all. So anyone
Yes, sir.
observed? Anyone observed while
Yes.
updating your application that will be closed automatically. So you cannot update. Okay, chalo, let me mute you all. Right. Fine. So when you're applying the updates, generally, okay, the application will be down, guys. Means application will be stopped. Right? WhatsApp and all small applications, okay, and it won't take much time to apply the updates. But database is not like that, guys. Database is a very big application. It will take some time. So during this patching, your server will be down. During this patching, the SQL server will be down. So if SQL server is down, your application will be down, right? Agreed, guys? Clear? If SQL server is down, your application will be down. So that's why this is a downtime activity. What is this, guys? What is this called? Downtime activity. Okay, that means your application will not work. Downtime means what? Application won't work. So your application won't work during the patching session, during the patching window. Your application won't work during the patching window. When to apply the patches? How to apply the patches? How come we came to know about the patches? So who will guide us? Okay. So generally in the organization, hundreds and thousands of servers will be there, guys. Hundreds and thousands of servers will be there. Generally, even for our applications also, generally for every 3 months or 2 months, one update will be released and you will patch. Sometimes those who enabled automatic updates, those who turn on this automatic updates in your phone, automatically applications will be updated in the background. When you are not using, those applications will be updated automatically. Okay, so that feature also there in the SQL server, but server generally don't get the internet, so automatic updates won't work on the SQL server, guys. Automatic updates won't work on the SQL server. So generally we have different types of updates. Different types of updates. Major updates called SPs, service packs. Minor updates called CUs, cumulative updates. And hot fixes. Hot fixes like QFE, quick fix engineering, and GDR, general distribution release. Okay, so these are all hot minor updates, guys. Minor updates. I'll explain. Don't worry. So we have different types of updates are there on SQL Server. So major updates, minor updates, QFEs, GDRs. Sir, is it mandatory to patch the SQL Server? What is your answer, guys? Is it mandatory to patch the SQL Server?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yes, it's mandatory, guys. Imagine if you don't patch your application, what will happen? Why we need updates? Actually, why we have to apply the updates? Tell me the one reason. Tell me any one reason why we have to apply the updates.
More
System
feature.
Vulnerability.
Very good. Vulnerability. Very good. This is very important point called vulnerability. Vulnerability. Next, guys. Next. Generally, you're going to update your
Yeah,
application.
this speed, I thought.
Sorry.
Fixing known bugs on the
Very
previous
good.
version.
Very good. I need these two important points. Fixing known bugs. Known bugs. Very good. So vulnerabilities and fixing known bugs. Generally updates will be helpful to fix the vulnerability issues, security related issues. Why? Because every minute, every second, hackers are trying to hack the systems. If there is no proper security, you cannot maintain the databases and all. It's very difficult. There will be no security for the data. Imagine if your credit card information can be stolen by others, what is the condition? If your debit card information can be stolen by others, what is the condition? What is the situation, guys? Can you expect if your bank account details and all can be stolen by others? What is the situation? Definitely, you are going to loss, right? You will get lot of loss. Might be they can take all of your money. So hackers can hack at any time in any way using different methods, guys. So to avoid these kind of attacks, generally we have to update the SQL server. We have to patch the SQL server. And some bugs will be there, depends upon the use case. Bugs will be there in the SQL server. Bugs will be there. So these bugs also can be fixed by applying the patchings and all. These bugs, known bugs and all will be there. So to fix those known bugs, sometimes that feature won't work as expected. That might be called as a bug. Bug is what, guys? What is the definition of bug? If any feature is not working as expected, that is a bug. Bug is different, error is different. Error is something that you are doing, you are using the software in a wrong way. That is an error. Bug is something which will fix you the known issue and all. Okay, which will fix you the known issue. If the software is not working as expected, you have to take the backups on the database, but you are unable to perform the backups because of some other issue. That is a bug. You are not writing a query properly. To take the backups, you have to write the query. Right, in that query you have syntax errors are there. That's an error. Bug is different, error is different. Bug means it's a software fault. Error means that's your fault. Okay, guys, so this is how it will work. So to fix that bugs and all, we have to patch the SQL server. To fix the known issues, you have to patch the SQL server. To enhance the security of the SQL server, you have to patch the SQL server. Okay, so for all these things, you have to patch the SQL server, guys. So While patching, different updates will be there. Major updates will be there, minor updates will be there, hot fixes will be there. So what kind of packs we have to apply, when we have to apply what kind of updates? Generally, major updates means yearly they will release. They means Microsoft will release, vendor will release these updates. Microsoft will release yearly updates, or at least 1 year gap will be there. Yearly or every 2 years they are going to release some major updates. So that is called service packs. Service packs are major updates. Up to SQL Server 2016 only we have service packs. This major update system concept is there till SQL Server 2016. From 2017 onwards, there is no concept of service pack. Very important interview question. What is the latest service pack for SQL Server 2017? What is your answer, guys? What is the latest update for SQL Server 2017?
No, sir. No
There is
service
no
pack.
No
service pack
service.
concept for SQL Server 2017, 2019, 2022. So up to SQL Server 2016 only we have service packs concept, major updates concept. Then if there is no update, how sir the security will be in critical, right? Yes, major updates are not there, minor updates are there. Okay, major updates are not there, minor updates are there. So this is called CUs, CU1, CU2, CU3, CU4, like that we have different, like how we are having versions, different versions in SQL servers. In the same way, different versions in updates also there. CU1 is one version, CU2 is another version, CU3, CU4, CU5, like we have different versions of updates are there. Okay, so major updates will release every 1 year or every 2 years, minimum 1 year they will take. But sir, next year Microsoft will release major update, so suddenly someone attacked your SQL server or Windows machine, there is no security, so you cannot wait till next year, right? Microsoft will release immediately, Microsoft will release an update that is called quick fix engineering. Quick fix engineering, suddenly if someone attacks the Windows systems or SQL server databases, within 1 or 2 days Microsoft will, or within hours Microsoft will release an immediate update called quick fix engineering. To fix the known bugs and all, Microsoft will release, means for a repeated bugs and all, sometimes suddenly after start using the SQL server, sometimes they might find big bug in the whole SQL server software. To fix those bugs, okay, general distribution releases will be released to enhance the security of the SQL server. GDRs will release, this is also an update, this is also an update, this is also an update, and this is also an update. Four types of updates are there. Generally we don't discuss these two, but process is same. How you will patch the SQL server with SP, in the same way you will patch the SQL server with CU also. In the same way you will patch the SQL server with QFE, and in the same way you will patch GDR. Means patching is same for service pack, cumulative update, QFE, GDR. Process is same, everything is same as it is. Updates are different, that's it. Where I can see the latest updates and all, go to Google and right. So what you can do here, just Google SQL Server builds. Actually, this is not a uh, trusted website from Microsoft, but yes, we can see all the builds, SQL Server builds. Just type SQL Server builds. You will get a first blog spot. This is not a complete website also, but it was very famous. We'll use this one only, okay, to check the latest bug, latest updates and all. SQL Server builds.blogspot.com. So if you see here, you can see for SQL Server 2022, this is the latest version, right? So this is an RTM copy. For SQL Server 2019, for 2019, okay, you can see this is an RTM copy. You can download RTM copy using this link. If you click on this link, it will route you to the Microsoft website. Okay, so it's not a trusted website, but you don't download anything from this. It will simply route you to the source, which is microsoft.com. Okay, so from this you can download the SQL Server softwares, and at the same time you can download the latest updates also. If you see here, CU18 is the latest update for 2019. I guess in the recent interview, in the last 1 day or 2 days back, okay, so someone asked what is the latest CU on SQL 2019, what is the latest CU on 2017. Latest CU on 2019 is CU18, latest CU on 2017 is CU31. So at least try remembering the latest CUs, guys. That's it. No need to remember all the CUs. I'll explain, don't worry. So if you see here, starting from SQL Server 2017, service packs will no longer be released. There is no service pack. If you see here, there is no service pack. You can see minor updates only. There are no major. Means SQL Server merges both minor updates and major updates. It will just release an update. If you see here for 2016, you can see here service pack 1, service pack 2, service pack 3, service pack 4. 2016, okay, 2016 service pack 1, 2, 3 and 4, guys. For service pack 4, for SQL Server 2014, you can see service pack 1, service pack 2, service pack 3. 1 minute. Right, okay. For SQL Server 2014, no need to remember, guys. Do I need to remember all this? No, just the highest service pack is up to SP4, guys. Okay, SQL Server 2012 is having SP4. So most of the SQL servers like 2008 R2, 2014, 2016 all are having SP3 only. They might ask you sometimes what is the latest service pack for SQL 2016. So SP3. Sometimes they might ask you what is the latest service pack for 2014 SP3. So if you see here, you can see service packs here. On top of service pack, you can see a minor update also, CU15. Okay, so if I open this one, if I click on the SQL Server 2019, okay, you can see here all other previous updates. See cumulative update 18, 17, CU16, CU15, 14, CU13, 12, all other CUs you can see here. From here you can see CU1. From here you can see here. Earlier I told you, right, community technology preview, CTP. These are all test versions, CTP. After that, RC1 is released for 2019, RC1. RC 1.1 is also released. Then major version, which is RTM, is released. On top of RTM, you can see here one update is released, GDR update, GDR1. And then this is another security update, GDR. This is also GDR. All GDRs are security updates, guys. Okay, this is also GDR. Then they release CU1, then CU2, CU3, CU4, CU5, CU6, CU7, C8, C9. So like this you can see. Sir, do I need to update my SQL Server with all these updates? Not required. What is the latest update? Try to patch with that latest update. Why? Because CU18 contains all CU's updates, guys. It's a cumulative of all other updates. CU means cumulative of all other updates. So, sir, CU19 is released. Do I need to patch CU18, 17 up to CU1? Not required. CU19, the latest service pack or latest cumulative update is always enough, guys. Why? Because we don't patch SQL servers very regularly. Might be yearly once we'll patch it. Why we don't patch it? Why we don't apply all the updates? Why? Because every time it's a downtime activity. Imagine every month my application will be down for 1 hour. Customer don't agree for that. Client don't agree for that. So I don't patch. See, these generally will release every 1 month or 2 months. See here, CU18 released in September, right? Then CU17 released in August. Then CU16 released in June, April, Jan, November, last year, October. So for every 1 month or every 2 months, it will release the updates. But every time, sir, do I need to patch every update? Not required actually. Every 1 month, who will give you 1 hour downtime? Every 1 month, WhatsApp will be down for 1 hour. Are you going to agree? Every 1 month, your application, like what is that? Flipkart is going to down for 1 hour. Are you going to agree for that? No. Every 1 month, who will give the downtime? 1 hour, and all. So that's why it's not mandatory to apply all the patches. At least patch yearly once. At least patch yearly once, so that okay, you can manage the things, guys. In case if any sudden attacks are there, GDRs will be released, QFEs will be released, so you will be notified by the Microsoft. You then in that case you have to patch your SQL Server with that QFE or GDRs, guys. Yes, are we good? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes. But
Okay.
usually, I guess all those updates, they do it in off hours on the weekends or the late nights, right? Yes, whenever they do.
Yeah. Okay. So let me explain you this concept in a better way. So every software, imagine SQL Server 2016, we'll go with SQL Server 2016, SQL Server 2016. We have service packs for 2016, right? Service pack 1 is there. This is an RTM copy. RTM. This is RTM is the first version, guys. Then on RTM one update will be there, that is SP1. Again SP2. Sorry guys, SP3. Now on RTM also some updates will be there. Why? Because imagine SQL Server 2016 was released in the year of 2016. Agreed? So service pack will be released in the next year, right? Generally 1 year, it will take minimum 1 year time, right? It might release, okay, in the year of 2017 or 2018. We don't know, not sure exactly. No need to remember those values and all. But till 2017, where is the security for my SQL Server, right? So they will release use on RTM also. They will release use on RTM also. Till they released what is that? New service pack. Even after releasing new service pack also, they will keep releasing CUs, guys. They will keep releasing updates for RTM. Why? Because you might use RTM. I might use SQL Server 2016 SP1. Some other client might use SQL Server 2016 SP2. Don't know, right? They might already patch the SQL Server. On service packs also, this is major update, right? On service pack also we'll have minor updates, that is again CUs. So CU1, CU2, not sure guys. I'm just giving a random value. I'm just giving a random value. Okay. CU14 might be, let me check here. For here we can see what is the latest patch. Let me, yeah, CU15 up to CU15. On RTM CU9 up to CU15, CU17. So what I can do for SP1, let me go to till CU17. CU17 and here up to CU9. Delete. Don't worry guys, don't worry. And SP2 up to CU17. CU15, this is okay. Let me delete these two values then. Then here CU1 again up to CU17. Okay.
Yes,
Here.
I have a quick question, son.
Yes,
Let's
please.
say Service Pack 2 came, like, let's say, based on the calculation, it came out 2 hours late, 2 years later after the original version of 2016 RTM.
Yes.
When the Service Pack 2 came in, by that time we already on cumulative version to CU3 maybe. So when the Service Pack 2 came in, right? Don't you think the developer should have CU1 and CU2 already built in, and they should be starting with the CU4
No,
because
no,
this is
no,
2 years
no,
later?
no, no,
Oh,
no,
it
no.
doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way. I'll explain. I'll explain. I'm going to explain the same point. Okay, fine. So imagine this is 5 CUs are there. Imagine this is 5 CUs are there and SP3. Imagine just a random numbers. Fine. Here you have to concentrate on one thing, guys. Here, very simple, very simple. Okay, just try to understand. RTM CU1 is different than SP1 CU1. నాకు చెప్పలేదు నువ్వు నాకు టైం అవుతుంది గైస్ 2 minutes Guys, 2 minutes, please. Huh?
अरे सम्मू भाई किधर हो भाई?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm back. I'm back. 209. I'm sorry, guys. So sorry for that. Relatives came to my house, so taking care of them. That's it. Okay. Fine. Okay. So we'll discuss 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Then we'll end the session. In the evening, I'll show you how to patch the SQL Server. Fine. Right. So here, listen carefully. So SQL Server 2016 RTM will have minor updates. Okay. And SQL Server 2016 SP1 is a major update. On top of SP1, we will have minor updates. Again, on top of SP2, we will have minor updates. Again, on top of SP3, we will have some minor updates. On top of SP4, also some minor updates will be there. Right, here you have to understand one thing, guys. Okay, this RTM CU1 is, sir, this is CU1, this is CU1. So can I patch this CU1 on RTM? No. So if you want to patch with this CU1, the minimum required level is RTM. If you want to patch this with this CU1, the minimum required level is SP1. If you want to patch with SP2 CU1, the minimum required level is SP2. If you want to patch with SP3 CU1, the minimum required level is SP3. So here the question is, in case if I patched my SQL Server, see now I just installed SQL 2016, customer asked, hey, now 2022, okay, 23rd December 2022, today someone asked me to install SQL Server 2016. So when anyone asked us to install SQL Server, once SQL Server installation is done, once SSMS installation is done, you have to do one more thing. What is that, guys? What is that? What is that? After installing SQL Server and this one
Patch.
Management Studio, you have to patch your SQL Server by today. What is the latest service pack and what is the latest cumulative update that you have to apply on the newly installed SQL Server, guys? Okay, so now today I installed SQL Server 2016, right, which is RTM copy. So do I need to install SP1, SP2, SP3?
No, sir.
Not required. SP3 final copy is enough. Final service pack is
Yes.
enough. SP3 contains SP2, SP1 updates, guys. So no need to install again SP1, SP2, SP3. Finally, whatever service pack is there, whatever cumulative update is there, try to patch your SQL Server with a. This is very important point. Try to patch your SQL Server with the latest service pack and latest cumulative update up to SQL Server 2016. So if anyone asks us to install SQL Server 2016, they don't tell you, please patch the SQL Server. It's our responsibility. We have to give the SQL Server with the latest updates and all. No, you haven't mentioned in the ticket, I don't patch. It's the standard template. If anyone asks any SQL Server version, after installation of that SQL Server, you have to patch that SQL Server with the latest service pack cumulative updates. If there is no service pack, patch with the latest cumulative updates, that you have to give the latest copy always. Is it clear, guys? So SP1 CU1 is different than SP2 CU1, SP3 CU1 is different than SP2 CU1. So there is no, as names are same, don't think both are same. No, the names are not same. You can see like this, but this is, we are going to call this as SP1 CU1. This is SP2 CU1. This is SP3 CU1. Is it clear, guys? In the same way, if the SQL Server is patched with CU4, or our SQL Server is not patched, someone already applied 2 years back, they installed SQL Server 2016, they at that time SP3 is there, they applied SP3. Now he has, now we have to apply the latest cumulative update, which is CU5 on the SQL Server 2016. Imagine, so no need to apply CU1, CU2, CU3, CU4, directly you can apply CU5. But what is the mandatory here? You should have SP3 first. If they are asking us to patch with a latest service pack and latest cumulative update, always apply latest service pack first. If there is no service pack, always apply latest cumulative update. Always latest update is enough. No need to apply multiple updates, guys. Latest service pack, latest cumulative update. If there is no latest service pack, apply latest cumulative update is fine, guys. Is it clear, everyone? Sam?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Yes, it is clear now.
Yeah. So
It's a
no need
different
to,
pattern.
yes. So no need to patch with other cumulative updates and all. You can directly apply the latest cumulative update, guys. Okay. And here on RTM, directly I'll patch CU13, SP to CU13. It won't allow. What is the minimum level you should have? First on RTM, you have to patch with service pack 2. Once this is completed, you have to apply CU13. Imagine if they are asking like that. So in the organization, who will tell us to patch the SQL server? No one will tell us. It's a maintenance activity. Maintenance activities generally no one will tell us, guys. Okay, so team will be there. Imagine I have 500 servers. People will distribute. Imagine I have people of 10 people. Okay, 10 people. My DBA team is 10 people. Okay, each one will get 50 servers. So each one will get 50 servers. So every quarter you have to patch your own servers and all. You will get your 50 servers. Your colleague will get his own 50 servers. Okay, and another one will get his own 50 servers. So he has to take care of all the 50 servers, and it's our responsibility. Generally, team lead or manager will initiate the patching process. Team lead will share the list of the servers that you have to patch. In that list, out of that list, what you have to do, guys, you have to take some servers and you have to apply patches on those servers. This is how it will work. No one will tell you. Means application side, no one will tell you. As a DBA, it's our responsibility to maintain the databases with latest updates. So our manager, our lead will take the responsibility and he will share some servers, and based on that we have to take those servers and we have to apply patches on those servers. So this quarter you will work on these 50 servers, right? Right, and your colleague will work on the 50 servers. Like that, all people will patch 500 servers. Again, next quarter or next year, again your manager will prepare a list. Some people in some organization, there is no standard rule, guys, for patchings. Some organizations will go for quarterly updates, some organizations will go for yearly updates. So yearly they are going to patch the SQL servers, guys. Clear? Any questions, any doubts here, please? Any questions, guys? Any questions, any doubts? So what is the process? Today evening I'll tell you. There is a process. We have to take the approvals from the customer. Once they approved, then we have to proceed for the patching. Patching is an easy step, guys. Next patch. That's it. Very easy. But precautions you have to take. You have to like do some checklist. Okay, some checklist has to be passed. Then only you can proceed for patching and all. So the precautions, what precautions you have to take before patching, after patching, and how to take the approvals. Okay, so and how to patch the SQL server, that will be covered in the evening session, guys. Any questions till now?
No, the only question I have, just out of the curiosity, and I'm not a database guy or a data guy,
Okay.
So like on these are structure-based data, so we do have a mirror, right? Or for any kind of
Very good
recovery
question.
situation.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
a good point that will cover during HADR, high availability and disaster recovery. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
you might ask why we are maintaining only one server. Okay, why not two copies of the server? Yes, for critical applications we'll go with two copies. For standard
Yeah.
applications, for internal applications, for normal applications, for low budget applications, for low revenue generating applications, we'll go with a single server,
Yeah.
standalone server.
Yeah. So what I wanted to ask is to minimize the downtime, right? Because this
Yes, yes.
upgrade, patch upgrade, accumulate upgrade, we have to have a downtime. Either way, you have to do it midnight or after hours.
Yes, yes.
So if you do have a mirror somewhere else, right?
Correct. That will
Can
save
we?
us. Yeah,
Yeah. So
of course. See,
can we do the update on a non-production, and that way the production wouldn't have any impact on downtime. And after we do that, we get the backup as a production one and bring the production A as a backup, then do the update this way? Is it even possible? I don't even know. I'm just curious.
That you will came to know by HADR concepts. In the HADR
Okay, okay.
concepts, we'll discuss how to patch the servers. Okay, the same concept,
Right.
simple. We'll have two replicas, man. One is always primary, one is always secondary. So we'll patch
Right.
the secondary first, so that application will be connected to primary, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So application downtime will be less when compared to a standalone machine. Right.
Got
So
it.
we'll always patch the secondary server. Once the patching is successful, then we will fail over the application to the secondary. Then the secondary will become primary, and the recent primary will become secondary. Then we'll patch the recent secondary again. So again, the application will be up and running from another database server. So no downtime is required. Okay. Mostly very less downtime is required for HADR servers, high availability and disaster recovery.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yes.
so we'll discuss those things during HADR concepts. Okay, fine, guys. Any other things that we have to discuss? Any questions you have, guys? Please, if you have any questions. And sorry for that breaks. I'm sorry for that. So, any other questions? Do you have any other questions, guys? Are we good to close the session now? Okay, fine.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine, guys. So we'll connect in the evening, okay, and we'll discuss the remaining part, and we'll complete the patching today. Huh? Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Hey,
you.
hi,
Thank you.
Adya.
Sorry,
Bye,
Thank
Adya.
Joy. What happened?
I say bye, Adya. Adya, right? Your
Adya,
daughter's
Adya.
name?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes. Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah. She's there.
she's only operating my laptop now.
I know, she's there. All
Yeah,
right, see.
yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. Good
Yeah,
night. Yeah, bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.